Hey everyone, what's going on? Nexius here, bringing you guys a very quick update with the Battle for Azeroth Alpha. So, even though I don't have Alpha myself, I would love one Blizzard, I have been paying attention to the Alpha updates just to give myself some hype, or in other cases, kill my hype. But in regards to the recent update, we have received a very interesting update. And what we have here is some new Blood Elf options. Now, we don't know if this is confirmed for a High Elf allied race, if this is for NPCs only for a particular quest line in the expansion, or maybe this is an actual customization option for Blood Elf players. So recently we received an update to Orcs. The Orcs can now have upright backs instead of being hunched over, as we know in some of the recent news with the Alpha. So I think this might actually be an update for player characters, and I want to give my reason in terms of lore why I think this is going to be for all characters. Some people also think it might be for Blood Elf paladins and priests only, maybe just paladins even, but I really believe, and I hope so as well, that these new golden eyes are going to be an option for all Blood Elf players, and this is my lore reason why. When Arthas attacks Quel'Thalas, he uses the sunwell to resurrect Kel'Thuzad as a lich. When he does this, it destroys the sunwell. So where the Blood Elves got their source of magic, which was the sunwell, it was now gone. In the Warcraft 3 expansion, the Blood Elves seek to find a new source of magic, and Kael'thas, their leader at the time, before Lor'themar Thuron, he actually finds the new source, which is Fel magic. So Fel magic is what caused the Blood Elves to have green eyes, because as they had to find a new way to sate their addiction so they didn't turn into wretched and then die, what would happen is they would need to find a new way to fix that addiction. So it's either through life, but the other one that we also have is Fel magic from the Legion, and that's where the Blood Elves get their green eyes. So what I think this update here is to match the lore where the Blood Elves once again have their sunwell since the Burning Crusade. So, as I mentioned, Kael'thas found the Fel magic, and they also had the blood magic to sate their addiction once the sunwell was destroyed by Arthas. But at the end of the Burning Crusade, Velen uncorrupts, or purifies, I should really say. Velen purifies a naaru, and that naaru becomes the new sunwell. So now the Blood Elves have a naaru powering their current sunwell. So because it's a light source, my assumption is that now that they've been using this current sunwell for about a decade now, their eyes are beginning to change back into a different color. So similar to them having blue eyes as High Elves, and then they started using Fel magic when they renamed themselves to Blood Elves, they also started getting the green eyes. So I think that's where this golden eye feature is coming from, is the fact we have not only the paladins and priests, but we also have this light source, and Blizzard is just now getting around to updating that lore. I think it's a really great option if that's the case. I think it's really cool to have this as an option. If you want to keep your green eyes, that's great, but having a golden option for up-to-date lore and as just an option period if people prefer that look, I think it's absolutely awesome. It's kind of similar to the Night Elves. If you guys didn't know this, Night Elves generally have silver eyes, but if they have amber eyes, it means they are destined for greatness. And if you look at the options for the Night Elves in the game, the male Night Elves only have amber eyes, and the female Night Elves only have silver eyes, when really you should be able to get a mixture, either silver or amber, for either gender. So, that would be a pretty cool option as well for the Night Elves if you wanted to be a female Night Elf with the amber eyes, or a male Night Elf with the silver eyes. So, just something to keep in mind there when we see all these older races receiving customization options, whether it's the upright backs for the Orcs, or the golden eyes for the Blood Elves. So, overall, we don't have a confirmation if these are for playable characters, but I think it's a really interesting update. I would wager all of my gold. I would wager my gold that this is going to be for player Blood Elves, and it will be for all of the classes due to the current lore with the Sunwell. So we'll have to see. But overall, just an interesting update. Figured you guys might want to know this and get excited if you are a Blood Elf player. Thanks as always, my friends, for watching. Let me know what you guys think about this. On top of that, what kind of customization options would you like to see for the other races? Thank you guys. I'll see you next time.